Hello, hello. Monday. Happy Black History Month, first and foremost. It is February 1st. This month, we have a lot to celebrate here with the Just the Tip family. February 16th marks 1 year since we birthed this thing. So, huge thank you out there to all of our followers and listeners as we have embarked upon this journey. We really appreciate y'all for joining this journey with us. As for today, we are in season 3 and we are working on episode 4. And what are we talking about? Love. It's beautiful, it's universal, but as we all know, it is also some work. The way we experience love, it's shaped by a lot of different things. It's shaped by culture, class, community. So, with today's episode, we are going to be exploring the complex intersections of love, money, and mental health and relationships within underrepresented communities, and more specifically in Black relationships. We're going to be unpacking how trauma, societal expectations, and financial stress help shape and influence our romantic dynamics, from navigating power imbalances to building emotionally safe partnerships. Today's conversation is centered around redefining what success in love looks like and how together we can all get there. So, if y'all just bear with me a few moments as we wait while all of our other panelists join us, just give us a few minutes here. Okay, so I see that y'all are all here. I'm not sure why it's not letting y'all join in. Give me just a second. All right, so Adam, I just resent the invite to you. Darius just resent it to you. Octavius just resent it to you. Hey,
Hey, what up?
how you doing today?
Uh, yeah,
It's one of them days, been one of them weeks.
it's mm.
I get
one of
it.
those. One of
I get
those.
it. Trust me, I get it. So let's see. I'm not sure what's going on here, but let me see.
Ooh, excuse me.
All right.
Ooh, I look rough. It's all good. It's all
Hey,
good.
I mean,
Look,
shit, we out here living. That's we living.
yeah, exactly. Now I just got done coaching and fighting these kids, and you know, so
Well, I mean, hey, that's that adulting shit.
for real, for real.
All right. So Octavius and Darius, I'm not sure what's going on. Darius, I see you said one more time, but it's not letting me resend it. So
Maybe I can.
I don't know how this is going to work. Octavius, if you're still on, I don't know, maybe try one more time. Let's see. All right, Darius, I just sent you the invite.
There you go.
There you go. What's good with you?
Yo,
But
Octavius, if you're still on, I guess just try to send an invite one more time, and I'll see if I can bring you in. But fellas, since the three of us are here, let's go ahead and jump into this conversation. But first, before y'all joined on, I was just letting the audience know that we got a lot to celebrate this month. February is actually the month that we gave birth to this thing that we call just the tip. So the 16th, we will be celebrating a whole year of doing the damn thing. So appreciate y'all for being on the panel and for partaking in all the fuckery, buffoonery, and shenanigans that we have created.
that's just part of it. That's just part of it.
Yep. And said it's also Black History Month. So we got a lot to celebrate there. But today, I guess let's just go ahead and jump into this conversation. Today, we are talking about marriage, money, and mindset, and redefining love in our community. So, Adam, since you're the married one of the bunch right now, I'm going to ask you, when you hear the phrase redefining love, what comes to mind for you?
Redefining love. That's tough because when I think about redefining love and love just as a word, I believe it's an action. So having to redefine an action, I'm not sure. That's a great question. But just love, period, for me, it's more of an action. It's what you do. Love is something that you do. Um, Taking into account somebody else and taking into account their feelings, their mental, their physical, um, making sure you are accommodating somebody else.
Okay. I like that. I do like that. Darius, I'm going to ask you, what's one word you'd use to describe love beyond romance?
partner,
What?
partner.
Did I hear that correctly?
Yep. I mean, honestly, for me, I'm kind of in agreement. I mean, it's to me, love is even beyond romance. I mean, it's just like I got blood who ain't family and family who ain't blood. Only the real would understand. Uh, Partners and motivators, ones that push me to be my best me as I would do in return. That's to me, that's love. You know what I mean?
Okay. So, to the both of you, how does today's theme resonate with your own personal journey? Adam, you can go first.
For me, I mean, it's one of those things to where I know my old lady since we were 16, so a long time, and each and every day it's a different journey. You can be with somebody forever. You can be with somebody for 2 weeks. But it's what you do for that person that really makes a difference in their life and in your life, and then their life ultimately, when you go into something like marriage, can ultimately affect your life. So just being able to be one in the relationship, and like I said, to reciprocate the feelings and the love for each other. That's something you have to have in a solid relationship.
Agreed. Definitely agree with that.
1,000.
Darius, how does it resonate with your journey?
That's the way, like how, like elaborate.
What do you mean?
Like how.
Like, how does today's theme of marriage, money, and the mindset of redefining love in our community, how does that resonate with your journey? I know you still a young buck, but I mean, you done lived some life. So what does that mean to you in your journey?
I mean, shit. money's a different scenario when it comes to love thing. For me, I mean, I don't know. I guess I never really thought that deep into it. Even knowing what the topic of conversation was today, I guess I never thought that deep into it. I can give examples, like for example, my girl right now, she's showing me a lot of shit that the one I was with before, nah,
Don't even
that
get
was
me
crazy. That was crazy.
Well, we're in a time now where a lot of women, and I'll say that a lot of women equate money to love. If you're not spending it on me, you don't love me.
See,
If
I
you
don't
don't,
really necessarily think of it like that though. Like for me, you don't necessarily and that's what I try to get my girl to understand. Cause she said she even told me spending money on me is one of her ways of showing me love. I'm like, that's one of the last things that I would expect you to do for me.
right? But that means you just got a good one. That's all that means.
Yeah.
Because what happens most of the time is the women is saying, okay, you got to get my nails done, you got to pay these bills, and
Yo.
then I love you. After that, I love you. After that, but if you can't do that for me, I can't even step foot into your life. I can't even talk to you.
There you go. There you go. What's up, Octavius?
What up? What up?
Shit.
Okay, well, so now you joining in the conversation. Not sure what all you heard. I can't see you on my screen, but I can see you on this screen. Um, but Adam, you're on point with a lot of what you're saying. I totally agree. Um, we are working with some different breeds these days.
Yes, that's all it is. It's a different time we're in, and as time goes on, things change, and hopefully, the ideals change also. But at this point, it's rough in the game for the young folks. I can't even say it's just for the young folks. It's a little bit of everybody now.
Yeah,
So
this is true. This is very, very true. So, Octavius, I'm gonna circle back around to you,
Yeah,
and
I
I'll
heard
ask
everything.
you.
I
Okay, so I'm gonna
tapped
ask you
in.
as well. When you hear the phrase "redefining love," what comes to mind for you, and how does it resonate with your journey?
Haram! It's erroneous. It's wrong. You don't remix. That's okay. Remember, we grew up in we were born in the '80s, raised in the '90s, and in the
Most of us,
'90s.
except for one.
Over and over.
Okay. Well. Anyway, in the '90s, right? They used to do a lot of remixes and King of
But
remixes,
I'm 80s
right?
mentality though.
Some things you don't need to remix.
Damn.
Stop it. Stop it. You're doing too much. You don't remix love.
facts,
Well, I
You feel what
mean,
I'm saying? It's
facts.
love. Okay. You just don't, I don't think, I personally don't think you need to remix love. That's because right now, what love is transaction.
Right.
Yeah.
At this time, love is transactional.
Well,
What
I don't
can
know.
you do for me?
Our grandmothers and grandfathers, they respected each other.
true.
Who I was
To
with
get
before,
your feelings.
it was
You know what they did?
1,000%
They got
transaction.
together, they made you and I, or your mothers or whatever, fathers, and they stuck it out and wrote and did this thing called life together. And over time, guess what? You ain't that bad after all. You know what I'm saying? You know
And
what
that's
I'm
He
saying?
what
said
all
he
the
ain't that
people
bad at all.
Now,
categorized
now,
as a part of
now,
it.
go ahead and get my insulin out the refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what that was about. You feel what I'm saying? Because all this, every time I hear this stuff talk about love and relationships, all I hear is selfishness. Me, me,
Yeah,
me, 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 me.
exactly.
We
We
supposed to
do
be pulling.
live.
Look, let me tell you something. An old drunk dude one time pulled me to the side. He said, listen here, the young blood. It takes 2 mules to pull that wagon. That nigga said it takes 2 mules. I was like, man, I'm like, man, what you talking about, dog? He said, man, I mean, his eyes were glassy. He was slurring and everything. He said it takes 2 mules to pull that wagon.
I
His great
mean,
granddaddy
it's
taught him
facts.
that one. That's from the 1800s right there, boy.
It's
But
facts, though.
he gave you the real though. He gave you the real.
Yeah, I mean, Octavius, I know you're saying we shouldn't remix nothing that ain't broke, but living in a society where everything, like you said, is transactional, I mean, we kind of do have to redefine what love really
Well, then
is,
let's
what it
make a
really
deal.
means. We got to talk about it.
Then let's make a deal. What do you want? This is what I want. What do you want? Let's come to terms.
That is a huge ass battery.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Let's make a
as,
deal.
as we've said in previous episodes, communication. You got to have it. It's key.
I mean,
But
I don't know what else to tell you on that one. I'm just
I
saying,
mean,
like,
that communication is what's lacking in
that's what I'm saying.
the
You talk
essence
about
of everything.
communications. Let's make a deal. Look, listen. I can cover the rent. You knock out. I can cover the rent and the lights or whatever. You take care of the water. I need you to bust it open. And well, you know, and hey, man, listen.
No,
This is
but
hey.
that part to me, that I don't know, that transactional love shit, that's pretty much roommates.
I mean, shoot. What I mean, okay, well then be alone. I guess I don't know what to tell you. But listen. There is a freedom and to know that you can be with someone and you ain't got to worry about, man, who else they messing with, if I'm gonna get a disease out of this or whatever the case may be. Like, no, Lord, no, I don't got. We too grown for that, man.
I mean, at
Like,
the end of the day, love is
the
not
day
a
gonna
one
end.
size fits all. You know, it's not a one size fits all. It's shaped by culture. It's shaped by beliefs. It's shaped by experiences.
Love is
So, I mean, it's what
conditional.
works for one is not going to work for everybody. But if we're not talking about what those beliefs are, if we're not talking about what those experiences are, if we're not talking about what we foresee for one another, for the future, you know, for the collective, then I mean, is it really love? Is
Well,
it really something that's going to work?
I have a
Ooh,
live audience now, and somebody in the audience said love is a gift from God that shouldn't be conditional.
we got, hold on. You said what now?
So I have a live audience right now. Somebody in the audience said that love is a gift from God that shouldn't be conditional.
That's true. Matter
It's
of
very
fact,
true.
if you go to I think it's I want to say First Corinthians 13. It actually defines what love is. Love is patient, love is kind, love is long suffering, and love is gentle, and it's all these different things. And so technically, if you want to if you want to go from a religious standpoint, that's your baseline of what love is. You dig what I'm saying? Now, as far as the idea of love and being with somebody because of love, that's a pretty new concept, to be honest with you. And I'm talking what I mean by new is it's within the last 100 years or so. That wasn't always like because think about it, when there was arranged marriages, you probably didn't even know that person like that. You feel what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
this is
You
true.
grew to
This is
love
very
each
true.
other. But then also let me put this into perspective. You ain't had nothing to compare to. Yeah, you
That's
feel what I'm
also
saying?
true.
You ain't got nothing to compare.
That's true.
All you know is that whatever it is, you know what I'm saying, that you have. But hey, so you don't need if we're talking about do we need love for marriage? No. You know what I'm saying? You just need to come to terms. What y'all
Okay.
trying to do? You should be exchanging strengths and for weaknesses. I'm strong in this
Compromising.
area. I'm weak in this area. You strong in this area. I'm weak in this
I
area.
said
Whatever the
that
case, and
last
y'all
season.
two
It's all
become
just a
one.
mutual agreement.
What you said, Darius?
I said that last season. It's all just a mutual agreement at the end of the day.
You dig what I'm saying? What we
I
doing?
mean, you can have that mutual agreement, but if I'm in the bed and I'm looking at you like I really don't like this motherfucker,
Yeah, but that
you
could be seasonal.
it can't be seasonal. But if I gotta look at you and be like, this motherfucker get on my nerves every day, it ain't gonna work.
Then
It
what?
don't
My
matter
question
what
is,
transactions you
you
have
in the
in
same
place.
bed
It
as
don't
that
matter what you
person.
have out of place because it's always that other person down the street or on social media that jump to the DMs. You be like, I kind of like her, and she do everything that this person over here that I can't stand do.
My question to that would be if you're in the bed with somebody and you look at them and like, damn, I really don't like this person. Why are you still there?
That
Well, the
part.
thing is, over time, I mean, like Octavius was saying, you just sometimes you make that decision to, I don't want to give up half my money, and I'm just gonna
Yeah.
be here because I like the money I got in my pocket, and we
I
got
mean,
kids.
they do say it's cheaper to keep her.
I mean, it's cheaper to keep her.
It depends. It depends.
So a lot of people live that way. A lot of people live that way. So, and I believe that's how they used to live back in like the 50s and 60s. You just, that's why they say what's the other song? Papa was a Rolling Stone.
Wherever he laid his hat was his home.
Right, exactly. But he had 2-3 homes back then.
Sam, if you saying something, we can't hear you. Uh-oh. Did he drop?
Think so. I think so. For the
Oh,
first.
damn. Okay. Let's see if we can get him back in. Y'all give me 1 second. All right, keep coming back in. Um, so
Yeah.
But
hold
what I
on,
really
y'all.
think it comes down to is a level of respect at the end of the day. You got
I
to
mean
have
that.
that level of respect for each other to understand that if we are going to try to make this work, even if I like you or not, I got enough respect for you that I'm willing to make this happen. And I have to feel that same respect coming my way, because once I feel like you've lost respect for me, it's over with. That's when it's truly over with. The
I
love
have
and
to
stuff,
agree with
okay,
that.
yeah, but as soon as you feel like that respect is gone, ain't nothing you can do.
Yeah,
I
I
definitely
want to
have
I
to
want to
agree.
piggyback on something you said earlier. Man, you can determine if you like somebody or not. It don't take that long to know. You know what I'm saying? Like I may just not like the way you eat. You know what I'm saying? Like you would know. Like
But
you'll
I
know.
like the way they breathing.
You
Right,
know what I'm saying?
right.
Like there would be signs like you know what I'm saying? Like if I was dating a girl and like her car's like really funky and stuff like that, like I might have questions. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there would be signs. Sometimes we ignore that stuff because we be looking at love through rose color lenses. You know what I'm saying? But if she got her car dirty, her restroom dirty. Like there's things, there's signs, bro. Like there's signs, man. You know what you're getting yourself into.
So for you,
So
it's just a dirty woman. Period. Just like a dirty,
I
unkept
mean,
woman.
come on, I'm just keeping it a buck, man, because like if she's disciplined or not. You know what I'm saying? You know if she's organized or all over the place. It don't take you long to figure that part out.
yeah, this is true. This is true.
You don't you,
But
you
let's
ain't gotta
let's
you gotta stick around too long to see that. You
let,
know
let's
what I'm saying?
get to some red pill topics. And Adam, I know you love this
Come on,
shit.
You
I'm
already
with
know.
So
it.
in some of our previous episodes, we have discussed about how money can prevent like a power struggle in a relationship. How not prevent, it can cause a power struggle, and it can cause feelings of like jealousy and shit like that. So I mean, money don't lie. It listens.
Hmm.
So it hears everything. It hears the silence. It hears the secret. It hears the survival. And when it's time for it to speak, we don't. So, knowing all of that, how do y'all feel financial stress impacts relationships? And what can we do in relationships to help smooth some of that over?
The main problem when it comes to any type of financial stress, or like, especially in my opinion, because I watch a lot of financial debt and shit, especially when it comes to dual income household and shit like that. Lack of communication.
I mean, I think that's just a small part of it, though.
That's a huge part of it. Because a lot of these times, I mean, nobody knows where the money's going, and nobody talks about it.
I mean, yeah, but recalling some of the previous episodes, we also talked about that imbalance, that not being equally yoked. So, yeah, communication is a big part, but financial stress can also come in when one person is making X amount more than the other person.
Well,
That that can also cause financial stress.
Well, I just see it as
Oh,
a
what's
yes.
that
whole.
part?
Okay.
Going
Yes. Yes.
go ahead.
And yes. So check this out. Um, but once again, I think those things can be discovered and identified very early on, right? And
Hmm.
so you know if you got with a guy or a gal that is probably they content where they're at. Okay, ain't no leveling up. They're gonna go to work. They're gonna come home. They're gonna make this amount of money, whatever the case may be. You can kind of have an idea of that.
Hmm.
Those are the first few dates or whatever. You can just talk about that. You
Hmm.
also could see if they kind of reckless with their money. They just buying stuff. Just all use Amazon boxes every day and stuff like that. You dig what I'm saying? They just everything's on Carna, Firm, and you know what I'm saying? Like everything. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh, you know you got food in the refrigerator, but you still door dashing. You know what I'm saying? So there are signs, right? Because listen, and you talk about communication. Yeah, what's your credit score looking like?
Man,
We
that's a
don't talk
conversation
about
a
those.
lot needs to have.
We don't talk about things like that when we dating. Because
Hmm.
a lot of time, boys and girls be dating just to get it in.
True. Very, very, very
You're not
true.
looking at that woman and say, man, will she be a good mother to my kids?
And that's the problem.
Or
That's
would
one
he
of the
be a
problems.
good father to my kids if we was to, you dig what I'm saying? Y'all
That's all
just
part
having
of
a
the
good old
mindset.
time. Nah, y'all just having a good old time.
So I
Yeah.
watch this show at work 24/7. It's called Divorce Court, and I love this show. For
Wonderful.
whatever reason, that's just something I like. Divorce Court, Paternity Court. I watch them all. I love them all. So the great Star Jones is a judge on Divorce Court. And she said that 70% of divorces are because of finances, just straight
I
up
agree.
finances. Either the man is making more and he won't give up the bread, or the woman is making more and the man feels inferior. So with finances, there is going to be some type of struggle no matter which way it goes. If the man is making more, the woman might feel some type of way if he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing with it. Is it his money? Depends on what y'all got set up. Vice versa, if the woman is making more money, the man may feel emasculated depending on what he's got going on or what's happening in their relationship. But at the end of the day, it just comes to communication. Communication. Hey, I'm
Exactly.
gonna pick up this job, this job, this job, and just wait. I'm gonna get my stuff up. I'm gonna get to where I need to be. But a lot of men don't like to have that conversation. We just want to be the breadwinner, but sometimes it don't happen all the time. So,
Yeah.
sometimes we have to level up to get to where we need to be, but also vice versa. I mean, sometimes if the guy's making the money and y'all have to have that conversation. Hey, I want to get my nails done this week, whatever. Y'all gotta get it figured out. But it comes down to having
Basically,
that conversation.
when it boils down to it, money is not the enemy. It's the energy. And you can only get from it what you put into
Oh, money's tiring.
it. That it,
Money's
it pretty much
tiring.
is. I mean, if you're going about it wisely, like with the communication, everything that y'all said, if you're going about it wisely, you can build bridges. But if you're hiding anything pertaining to that aspect, then you're going to build walls. And of course, it's going to create these power struggles. It's going to cause somebody to feel some type of way. So I think in redefining love, especially when it comes to marriage and, relationships, you gotta push that flow of positive energy into the money and not look at it as a God complex type thing. Because some people, if they have the money in the relationship, they develop a God complex. So don't build those walls.
Well, I mean, but there's also those few people like that. I mean, because man, I just want to blame. But yeah, there's those few people that think like me. Like pretty much, if I eat, you eat. If I got it and you don't have it, you have it. But also at the same time, if you eat, if I don't got it and you got it, I have it. That's pretty much the mentality that partners and motivators.
I think we
Yeah.
do need to, I think we do need to add some context though to this.
What's up?
Simply because let me just be clear. You're single until you're married. Okay? So,
There's a lot of people that don't believe it, but yeah.
Yes.
Okay, but okay, I'm just that's where that's my stance on it. You know what I'm saying? So we got to add that context. We also got to add the context of like I told my daughter not too long ago. She in her 20s. You're supposed to be broke. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not expecting you to. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying there's not anomalies out there, but for the most part, most 20-year-olds are broke. That's just what it is, man. Like we're not so the idea of being a provider and things like that, don't put that pressure on someone in their early 20s or whatever the case may be. So you've got to add context there. And so when we start talking about having those conversations, well, I had to learn some things about that myself because I was putting wife expectations on women that wasn't my wife.
Yeah.
But now, fellas, I got to talk to the fellas for a second. If you're not producing, meaning you ain't got no job, you ain't bringing in no income, and or if you are bringing in income and she's making significantly more than you, if y'all watch basketball, there's a 24-second shot clock. That shot clock has started. Negro, you need to figure out you better put the ball in the hole before that shot clock expires. Because because if you don't, she going women are hypergamous. It's nothing wrong with that. That's biologically ingrained in them. They gonna go to the best suitor. Amen.
Amen.
Let the church say.
But hey, look, but I learned this, and I learned it when I was young. I say young, but I say in my 20s when I was playing ball. A lot of women want the guy that makes money, like you said. But you can't always go for the guy that's making all the money because the guy that's making all the money, he got options. And you got to remember, you may be a 6.5. So if the brother with options got us 8 sitting in his back pocket, he pulling out the 8 because we trying to get a no Trump. That's for the big whist players out there. But
yeah.
He going for the best of what he can get. So if you got it like that, hey, try your shot. But the most of the brothers that got money and they got a lot of money, and I'm talking about just from my experience, these cats that's in the league, and you think you are the best thing smoking. Well, you ain't met Beyonce. She you ain't met that 10 in his back pocket that he like, all right, I'm gonna keep this 10, but this 6.5, I got hotel money for her. I give her this $200 set up. So you just got to be careful with what you ask for, because what you ask for may not be what you want.
So check this out.
Always greener. Amen to that one.
Check this out. When we was in high school, we used to always be mad because we was like, and these older cats, man, they taking our girls and things like that there. You feel what I'm saying? But most of us, there's a few of us that had cars and things like that. But the older guys, they were working. They had a car, whatever the case may be. They was able to get the girls out the house, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, young ladies, depending on what you want, it may not be in your same age range. You have to go up a little bit. Let's just keep it a buck. Because
Oh, man.
what they want, you might get that from an older man. And I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Men don't hit their financial peak till they're about in their mid-40s. Okay? We're not talking about no athletes and we're not talking about the special rare cases, you dig what I'm saying? We're talking about just everyday average Joe. You know what I'm saying? They don't start kind of figuring that thing out till they about their mid-40s. So let's
That's
just
true.
keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? And we want to add context to all this stuff because, depending on what you want, yeah. So if you're in your mid-20s, ladies, it may not be no guy in his mid-20s making that type of income that's gonna take to support your lifestyle and to do this, that, and the other.
True,
But it may
but
be a
now,
61-year-old that got that
Nah,
cop in the
see,
back of his car,
that's a little,
strangling the
that's
keys,
stretching it. That's
that got that
stretching.
AARP 3, 4,
That's a
5 years
stretch,
away,
though.
waiting to pay for it. Hey, he might be the one for you. I agree. I agree 100%. Sure.
all right, so
Come
let's
on, we're
switch
not talking
gears a
about
little
Social
bit.
Security, man.
Let's switch gears and throw another little red pill in there. So we're talking about, money and mindset and all that. What about, marriage and redefining love in the sense of trauma? How does trauma affect the way people show up in love?
Well,
One thing you
you
can't
got
do
you
when
got
you're
to
in a
break down the
relationship is,
walls.
oh, go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say you got to break down the walls. You know what I'm saying? Like when you go
So,
to Alcoholics Anonymous, and me, I did 18 weeks of anger management. And so when I did the 18 weeks of anger management, I had to identify and say, hey, this is why I'm here. I couldn't give no reason why, but she, and he, and I couldn't do all that. This is why I'm here. And
you have
this
to
is what
learn
I did.
accountability.
This is what I did, right? And so we have to do the same thing. So like, I'll say this, I'll give the floor over. When I was dating my wife, we went to counseling before we got engaged and all that stuff, right? Because I was like, look, I done had a few relationships that failed, same with you, blah, blah, blah. We're gonna address this. You dig what I'm saying? That's the reason why it's a word called out. Stuff hurts.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So we
True,
gotta
Coach. Yeah.
identify what's hurting so we know how to take care of the wound.
I
Floor is yours.
agree. I
Okay,
agree.
Mr. Taking accountability.
Hey, I'm telling you, man. Listen. I was straight up. I was straight up with mine. I was like, hey, look, I'm messed up, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm messed up, man. I'm messed up. I'm giving y'all the edited version. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say it like that. I was like, man, I'm all messed up. I'm gonna be honest with you. But I was like, I like you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you going elsewhere or whatever the case. But I ain't gonna lie, your boy got some things I'm kind of trying to work through. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
I
sometimes,
agree.
like you said, I tell you, we got to outsource.
Yeah.
We think we can solve all the problems in the world just by being who we are and living in our bubble. But sometimes we got to outsource outside the bubble in order to see what's really going on in your life, the other person's life, and y'all life together as a whole. So sometimes you got to go to the counseling. I mean, we did counseling. We did all that shit before marriage, during marriage. You got to see. First, you got to identify what's going on. Identify the problem. Next thing, you got to identify the problem within yourself. And then after you both identify the problem within yourself, you both speak what the problem is with yourself that's going on, so the other person can understand. So once those three things are done, then you can start to break those walls and build that foundation back up. So, but you got to start from the bottom. You got to start from the bottom. But
I think
even before that, like y'all were saying, y'all both parties have to take accountability and understand that there is
right.
a problem in the beginning.
A
Once that
key
is taken care
aspect,
of, you can build from there.
a key aspect is the willingness to heal. That's a very key aspect in it. I mean, you can identify the traumas all day long, all you want to, but if you're not willing to heal from it, then you're setting yourself up for failure.
Fact.
I agree, and you know, I advise folks all the time. Like sometimes you just got to admit where what part did you play right. So like I'll say, even if I was 1% wrong, I gotta admit to that 1% that I'm wrong on. Now I'm not wrong often, but
I feel the same way.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
but if I am, I go ahead and admit to that
I'm
1%.
not wrong often, but when I'm wrong, I'll be quick to say I'm wrong.
I'll be apologizing.
Oh man.
And that's the thing too. There's a difference between being sorry and apologizing.
Yeah. I mean, but yeah, no. So I think that a lot of times you just need to take accountability and understand when you do get into a relationship, it's not about you
Right.
all the time, and so we have to get out. A lot of the stuff that we do, a lot of the messed up stuff we do in relationships, whether it's romantic, business, or whatever the case may be, really the root cause is selfishness.
Yeah. I'm kind of glad you said that, Octavius.
Selfishness.
Yep.
Yeah, it kind of segue us into, another topic.
Come on, we in
Basically,
alignment now. Here, we in alignment.
success in love. What to y'all, what does that look like beyond marriage, beyond titles? What is success in love?
Like I said, partners and motivators push me to be my best me as I would do in return.
Yeah, I can definitely agree. It is progress. It is a partnership. It's peace.
Like if you don't let me
Big on
know when
peace.
I'm fucking up,
There's no peace.
Okay, and
Kaylee said there's no peace.
what?
Kaylee said there's no peace.
Oh no, there's gotta be peace. There's gotta be peace, especially when you get into the marriage phase. If there is no peace, I got to blow the house up. I got to figure out a way for, if you're not gonna give me peace, I'm damn sure ain't gonna give you no peace. So there has to be some type of give either way, or the house is going to explode. So for me,
Trying to say.
what I try to do, what we try to do is, well, I say for me personally, I try to do something, again, because love is a verb, it's something that you do. What can I do today to take something off my significant other's plate? Whether that's just washing the clothes, folding the clothes, taking the clothes out the dishwasher, um, picking up the kids from school when I can, making sure they doing what they're supposed to be doing. Just one thing a day, because one thing a day equals 7 things within a week. Now it's like, okay, that person has that stuff taken off their plate. Okay, now we got time to do something by the end of the week. We can go out, do whatever, and she doesn't feel stressed. I don't feel as stressed. Because I feel like if she's stressed, then I'm stressed because I'm going to hear the bullshit. I don't want to hear the bullshit. I
That
don't
part.
want to hear it because I will blow this bitch up. So I will do what I need to do to make sure that shit around here is taken care of.
See, one thing that I will say that my mom raised me to do, it's gonna get done, but I will complain.
I mean, I
It's
complain
gonna
too.
get done,
I
but you
do
don't
too.
keep my mouth.
I complain too. But
You know what? My child taking a shot at me, but I'm gonna accept it. I will.
I complain too. But the older I get, the less I find myself to complain, because that gives the other person a chance to complain, and I don't want to hear it.
But at the same time, though, I would rather my significant other tell me what the problem is instead of just not letting me know and then all of that stuff and shit getting worse down the road. Like I tell Kaylee all the time, if I'm fucking up, speak on that shit. Let me know. Because then if I don't know, I'm just gonna continue doing the shit.
Well, there's a difference between a complaint. Well, no, I'll say it like this. It's a difference of the delivery. If you come to me and be like, "I'm tired of your shit. I'm tired of," I don't want to hear that shit.
That's
But if
and
you come to me and say, "Hey, babe, you know, such and such is going on, and I'm not feeling it." Okay, bet. Let's work on it. So
mhm,
I believe it's all about the delivery.
mhm.
Because at the end of the day, it is a complaint, but the delivery of the complaint makes a world of difference.
But if they don't speak on that complaint, then that complaint turns into a problem because they
Well,
haven't spoken on it.
well, you better bring it to me the way I want it to be brought to me, or I'm just gonna shut down.
Yep,
And then when
yep,
I shut down, you get mad. And
yep.
look, we right back into outsourcing, and we're back into counseling. I mean, that's just how it goes.
You listening?
So
Yeah.
we
I,
have we have to learn how to. Again, it always comes back to communication. How do we communicate with each other? How do I like to be communicated to? How do you like to be communicated to? Just so one of us doesn't shut down, and now we're harboring feelings, and then you blow some
yeah.
shit up 3 weeks later.
Here's the thing, man. There's verbal communication. Sounds like what we're talking about. There's also nonverbal communication, and so
Yep.
you know, one thing that I've learned from having opportunities to produce and direct and things of that nature is to look for nonverbal cues. You dig what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Sometimes a roll of the eyes or the facial expression can probably tell you more than what they can possibly verbalize or articulate at that time. You dig what I'm saying? So normally, I think y'all fellas, y'all probably heard this. Keep your head on the swivel. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Keep your head on the swivel. Okay? And so I think that we need to do that in relationships as well. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm 45. I'm just not coming to this revelations and stuff like that. The 20-year-old me, nah, bro. Nah. It was me man,
Debauchery.
you woman. Yeah, it was give me something to
Sodom
eat.
and
Yeah,
Gomorrah.
it was hey, you know what I'm saying? So the 20-year-old me wasn't thinking like that. You dig what I'm saying? But I can honestly say now that my head is more so on the swivel, I can look and observe, and you can discern some things. You dig what I'm saying? Because men can discern too. Don't let's get it twisted. Men can discern too. You dig what I'm saying? And so that's where that comes in. But as far as yes, you're right about the communication. Uh, on what you need. Like it all boils down to what you want, what you need. This is what I need from you. This is what I need. This is what I expect of you. And those are serious, probably hard to have conversations. You may not be trying to hear that, but hey, at least you know.
It's not hard to have those conversations when you have the right partner.
Yeah,
Correct.
When you
That is
have the right
correct.
partner, the hardest things you think are hard aren't hard at all. And
yeah.
that's what I've learned. Like I said, I'm 37.
You got to think about that, bro.
Man, it's 2026. Hey, look, CTE, man.
So
It's been rough, but when you find that right person, or you at least come to grips with a person that you can settle down with and have that responsibility of each other, those conversations are actually pretty easy.
yeah.
So that at least in my case.
So basically, after everything we've talked about thus far, it seems like we can actually say that love can be redefined because you have your traditional definitions of love, which look like romantic fantasies, perfection, possession, and marriage as the goal. And then you have your redefined success in love, which looks like reality with freedom, partnership, progress, and mutual growth. So, in a sense, there is hope for redefined success in love.
Oh yeah.
Does that about sum up what we've been discussing today?
But
But
don't expect everything to be all dandelions and daisies and shit like
Oh,
that.
of course not.
No.
Of course not.
I ain't seen a dandelion since I moved to Texas. Yeah, I don't believe
Right.
it.
Oh God, I blame. Listen. When it comes to ideas of love, I blame Disney, and I think that they're wrong. They were wrong. They misled us.
Oh,
They had
Disney.
us thinking that we're
New
gonna live
Disney.
happily ever after, and then they didn't tell us 2 weeks later. He left the toilet seat up, and she's sleeping on the couch now. Come on, they didn't mention that part. You see what I'm saying? He didn't mention that part, but I mean, I still I still stand on that. I think love is I ain't gonna say love is love, but what I will say is love does take work. It is a verb. It is a action word. I don't care how many times you say it. I'm from the show me state. Yeah, you got to show me. You know what I'm saying? You got to show me. Yeah,
Actions
like
speak louder than words.
in the words of the great philosopher Will Phillips, you gotta cook for it, write a hook for. If you say the law is coming, and look for it. You know what I'm saying? That
So,
shows me love. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
if we got some viewers, listeners out there who are navigating the complexities of marriage, love, money, mindset, all that stuff, they're going through it right now. What's one word of encouragement that y'all can give them, and one one action or step they can take to help them redefine that love?
Well,
Ladarius?
one of the viewers says it says turn to God.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. All right.
If you think you have the right person, because everybody may think they got the right person, but if you truly believe you got the right person, hang in there. Hang in there. Because time will show you and time will tell. So don't wait too long, but hang in there.
Yeah. And
Yeah, I
like
could dig that.
what's that?
No, I said I could dig that.
Yeah, and like you
Uh,
were saying earlier, Octavius, you took the step to go get outside help. You outsourced. That was a great move, bro. I got to give you your props for that.
no,
So,
but I think what I appreciate you on that. Um, I think that if I had to give some advice, um, that I would say if you're dating, don't date to mate, date for discovery. Okay, so you know, yes, we all have that we want to scratch and things like that, but at the end of the day, you know, that's not something that you do 24/7. You know what I'm saying? And when you think about how you want your life to be, how you have it envisioned in your head, you want to move when it. You feel what I'm saying? For instance, if you're going to school to be a nurse, you go to nursing school. You're going to take nursing classes. You're not going to take business classes, right? So you got to be intentional on the class that you take, et cetera, et cetera. So the same thing with how you move in life and how you move with that particular person is how you're going to attract and obtain what you desire. And so I would just say just move with attention and know that just date for discovery, not date to mate.
I can definitely dig that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Um, Now, I do want to share something real quick to my child. And I actually shared this with your brother the other day. But I'm going to go ahead and share it with you real quick. I am so overwhelmingly proud of you and your little brother right now, seeing how y'all are moving in your adult lives, coming from, a broken home, single parent home. I am so awestruck in seeing how y'all are in y'all's relationships, how you treat your significant others, and y'all are gonna bring me to tears, but I see what y'all are doing for the women that y'all are with, and oh my God, I'm so fucking proud of y'all. Like, y'all have taken a seed and just watered it, and it is truly blossoming into something incredible. And watching the men that y'all have become, I'm so fucking proud
Well, let's talk about the
of y'all. Well, I appreciate you, I do, but knowing that y'all did not have the best example or the greatest example, y'all are doing the damn thing, and I'm proud of
best.
y'all.
I'll interrupt you real quick. We didn't have the best example from a male role model, but being raised by a woman, we for sure should know how to treat a woman.
I would hope. But yeah, I did have to at least share that. I'm extremely proud of the young men that y'all are and have become. But anyway, so enough of that sentimental bullshit. So yes, next week we are talking mental health.
Hold on,
I'm
real
sorry,
quick.
mental wealth.
I tell Kayla,
And
I'm gonna tell my mama every time she fucking up. I'm gonna tell my mama.
but next week's episode, we're talking about mental wealth and healing while hustling. So that's going to prove to be a very interesting.
That's gonna be a juicy one.
Yeah, I like that.
That's gonna be a juicy one. Okay. Okay. But I think you're muted, man. We can hear you. Mm-mm.
So you said we're talking about mental health?
Mental wealth.
Mental wealth. Gotcha.
I still can't hear you, man.
Well, we all know that it all starts in the mind. Whatever we decide to do in life, it all starts in the mind.
100%.
I see Facebook then blocked you, but now we had a great conversation today, and I'm excited. And I know we're all excited about next week of talking about mental wealth. And I can't wait to see y'all next week. And we're gonna break off this podcast for today. Love y'all. See y'all next week.